on DC News Now. Mild start yet again. Many of us in the 50s, even a couple of us into the 40s right now. But later on today, we're tracking those highs back into the 80s, likely mid to upper 80s. Very warm out there this afternoon under ample amounts of sunshine. More details on the rest of that 7-day coming up.
Sheriff, you have anything to say? Why you decided?
Do you have any comments?
I have no statement. Thank you. I have no statement.
The Frederick County Sheriff choosing to take a leave of absence following his criminal indictment. What we know about the case.
Also facing charges, the man accused of abducting a New York woman who was shot and killed is now being charged with kidnapping. What's next in that case?
And feeling some relief, why people are spending less at the grocery store and how you can stretch your dollar during your next trip there.
The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
All right, it's 6 o'clock on this Thursday morning. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. I'm Corey James.
Good morning. I'm Tanaya Wright. We're going to start you off with a live look outside this morning. You can see looks like the sun is starting to come up a little bit out there. It's getting brighter out there, Jackie, and it's warm.
Exactly, and it's a mild start to the day. We're getting closer and closer towards sunrise. It is within the hour, and again, we're going to be seeing mainly clear skies to start out this morning as opposed to what we saw yesterday with those clouds in the morning and then the sunshine in the afternoon. We're going to be tracking those clear skies persisting through the day today, allowing those temperatures to really warm back up later on. But right now, still mild start, especially in the district, mid-50s. We're 40s in Frederick, low 60s in Hagerstown, upper 50s. Leesburg, some 40s as we head farther southbound, 49 in Fredericksburg, 44 in Manassas and Culpeper, 41 right now in Luray. That's the coldest spot on the map at this point. Satellite and radar all clear. It's all quiet to kickstart your Thursday morning, and we'll continue to notice those clear skies through the day. Those winds relatively light, mainly out of the west-southwest, 3 to 5 miles per hour. Now, as we get towards the rest of the day today, temperatures climbing upper 70s by 11 a.m. We're looking at mid to upper 80s later on this afternoon. Feeling like mid to late June as opposed to April. We're going with a high of 87 in the district. I'll have more details coming up. But Shanika's here with a look at the roadways. How's traffic?
All right, well, we're at the scene of the crash. It looks like MDOT is trying to pinpoint exactly where that crash is. This is in Greenbelt off of BW Parkway heading northbound, and this is right after the Beltway. Well, I don't want to get you dizzy here, so let's flip over to the maps. Looking at the rest of your way, you are seeing a little bit of red there, so you're dealing with some early congestion. After the Beltway, though, you should be all good to go. But I would clear yourself from this issue. If you're heading to BWI Airport, you need to be on time. I would not take BW Parkway in that area. For the rest of the way, you should be all clear. Looking at the top side, lower side, no problems right now, but you will see some delays along DC 295 heading south.
All right, thank you, Shanika. Your time right now is 6:02 on a Thursday morning. Police say they found the car used in Tuesday's shooting at a funeral home in Northeast D.C.
And the search for those suspects still ongoing this morning. More details on that story in just a moment. But first, a look at your Know and Go headlines. Frederick County Sheriff Chuck Jenkins walking out of court yesterday. You see him here after pleading not guilty to charges related to illegally buying machine guns. Now, Jenkins also taking a leave of absence, saying it is out of respect for the men and women on his force.
The sexual harassment investigation into Mayor Bowser's former deputy mayor, John Falchicchio, continues. Now, Councilmember Brianne Nadeau is speaking out about concerns over the council's sexual harassment policy. She says the council did not use an outside investigator to investigate those allegations.
And D.C. officials say new numbers show crime is dropping in several areas in the district. The deputy mayor of Public Safety and Justice says it has gone down more than 600% along the Connecticut Avenue corridor. Officials believe the positive changes are results of the Nightlife Task Force.
And family and friends are expected to gather today for the funeral for the 17-year-old shot and killed by Park Police. Officers got a call about a stolen car in Northeast last month. They say Delano Martin was sleeping in that car when an officer got inside. He drove off with the officer still in the back seat. That officer fired several times, killing the teen before that car crashed into a nearby house.
Developing this morning, we're learning more about a man who was shot and killed inside a McDonald's in Northeast D.C. last night. This happened after 6 o'clock on Benning Road near Bladensburg Road. Police say that is where they found the man who was not breathing when they arrived. According to officials, he died at the scene. Right now, description of the suspects has not been released. And take a look at this video of fiery blaze erupting along the inner loop between New Hampshire Avenue and I-95 near Silver Spring. Now, this happened yesterday evening, causing some delays for drivers there. Officials say no one was hurt. It is not known what started the fire. And this morning, 2 people are without a home after a townhouse caught fire in Prince George's County in Maryland. This happened on Eager Terrace and Bowie. Firefighters say they were able to quickly put out the flames, preventing that fire from spreading. No injuries were reported. Developing out of Frederick County, Maryland, Sheriff Chuck Jenkins is taking a leave of absence starting tomorrow.
That is right. This comes after his arraignment on charges of trying to illegally get machine guns. Our Lex Warris is live now at the Frederick County Sheriff's Office this morning with more on this story. So Lex, some people are saying the leave of absence is just not enough.
Yeah, Tanaya, that's right. And while Sheriff Jenkins was in court in Baltimore, back here in Frederick, people were rallying to call for his full resignation. Now, Jenkins is facing several charges of conspiracy and making false statements in order to acquire machine guns. According to a grand jury indictment, Jenkins and the business owner, who is also charged in the case, knew that the machine guns were not for the sheriff's office to use. The indictment goes further to say the machine guns were for that man's business and that the business was a political supporter of Sheriff Jenkins' election campaign. Now, 4 of the charges against Jenkins have maximum sentences that altogether equal 25 years behind bars. Jenkins pled not guilty in court before announcing his leave of absence.
That is a step in the right direction, but we know we need more. We know we need Sheriff Jenkins to actually resign his office and make way for people who care about public safety.
Well, residents say that they plan to attend next week's city council budget meeting to continue the fight for the sheriff's resignation and replacement. And in the meantime, Colonel David Benjamin is going to be stepping in as sheriff of Frederick County. As far as the leave of absence goes, in a statement that Sheriff Jenkins released just after announcing yesterday, he said that he would continue on with that leave of absence until the court case is closed. Live in Frederick, I'm Lex Warris, DC News Now.
All right, thank you, Lex. Your time right now is 6:06. A Baltimore man is charged with the murder of a grandmother who was in Prince George's County to attend the funeral for her grandson.
Yeah, that grandmother was from El Salvador and was killed one day after arriving to Maryland for that funeral. Now, 62-year-old Lydia De Correa was murdered in Capitol Heights on Drum Avenue. Authorities say 36-year-old Troy Medley is being charged with her murder. Right now, investigators do not have a motive in that case. Medley faces multiple charges, including first and second-degree murder, along with assault. And the driver of a deadly I-95 crash in Prince William County, Virginia last week is being charged with kidnapping. 34-year-old Michael Davis is accused of abducting 34-year-old Tatiana David. Now, David, who is from New York, was shot and killed during a shootout with troopers. Officials say this all happened when the SUV they were in crashed after troopers tried pulling it over for a wrong license plate. Virginia State Police say 2 guns were also found at that scene. Officials say it is possible David will face more charges.
Police say they have found the car believed to be involved in a deadly shooting on Tuesday. 4 people were shot, one of them killed outside of a funeral home in Northeast. They are still searching for the gunman. Now, this is the car police say was used in that crime. Police describe it as a white Lexus IS 350. Officers identified Terrell Coghill as the man who died in that shooting. The funeral was being held for another man who was shot and killed last month. That homicide remains unsolved.
Now at 6:07, D.C. officials say crime prevention investments are paying off. That's with crime dropping in some areas in the district's nightlife task force area that they're focusing on. Now, the Connecticut Avenue corridor in D.C. is a main focus for the task force. They aim to design and curb violence in nightlife districts. The Deputy Mayor of Public Safety and Justice says crime dropped over 600% on Connecticut Avenue, but some people say they are still seeing problems.
A couple days ago, we got broken into around 4 in the morning.
We saw a lot of maverick behavior where people were coming to the clubs and then doing whatever they wanted late at night, like the Wild Wild West.
Now, advocates for businesses north of DuPont Circle say they want to see the task force continue its work. The mayor's office is expanding the use of the Nightlife Task Force. Earlier this year, they launched one in Adams Morgan. Meantime, D.C. Councilmember Zachary Parker says he has introduced legislation to address the number of guns in the district. Parker says the bill could allow D.C. residents to sue people in the firearm industry for harm caused by guns. The bill would also allow gun makers to be sued for failing to prevent gun trafficking.
And Councilmember Brianne Nadeau brought up concerns about the council's sexual harassment policy. She says the council did not use an outside investigator to investigate the allegations. She says that is how it should be, and it is not the path that was used in the recent high-profile case in the mayor's office. She also says, I am worried that it could represent a broader failure in district government to take sexual harassment seriously. Now this as the sexual harassment investigation into Mayor Bowser's former deputy mayor continues. Bowser's legal counsel says John Falchicchio was placed on leave a week before he resigned. The allegations were filed by a D.C. government employee. All right, 6:09 right now this morning. A new Bureau of Labor Statistics report shows inflation dropped to 5% in March. That is the lowest increase in the price growth in 22 months. National Economic Council Deputy Director says the drop in inflation rate to 5% shows the president's policies are working. The report also shows grocery prices fell for the first time in months. However, some economists say there still should be a small recession before the country reaches the government's 2% inflation goal.
You still obviously have inflation well above where the Fed wants it to be, but there's progress. They haven't changed that target, and it's going to take some time to get there, and it will probably take a little bit of pain in the economy to really get down all the way to 2%.
Economists estimate it could take well into next year to hit that inflation target. And despite cooling inflation, consumer prices are up 5% annually. The prices are still up compared to last year. However, those prices have dropped this month. Grocery prices dropped to 8.4% annually from 10.2% last month. Fruits and vegetables dropped 1.3% and meats dropped 1.4%. Used car prices are down 11.2% as well. And if you find prices are still too high, USA Today has some tips to help you stretch your dollar even further. First up, make a list of what you need before going shopping. You don't want to buy groceries you already have. Use your grocery store's app. You can see deals and coupons on the platforms. And finally, when shopping for